The Summer I Turned Pretty returned with its 10th episode of the third season, and we saw an incredible drop in its ratings. So, what exactly happened in this episode that ended with such low ratings? And what can we expect from the final scene? Let's take a closer look together. After canceling the wedding, Belly moved to Paris. She will continue attending school there to maintain her life, while also secretly working on some other things. Even though she seems to be taking a break far from home, Belly is still confused and struggling in Paris. She's experiencing an inner loneliness, and we saw this very clearly throughout the 10th episode of the third season. Conrad wrote Belly emotional letters, showing how much he missed her and that he was still in love with her. At first, Belly didn't reply, but later she felt she had no choice and finally wrote back. A short yet meaningful message. Jeremiah, on the other hand, wanted Conrad and Belly to finally be together. Honestly, I wasn't expecting this kind of reaction from Jeremiah, and it really surprised me. Why did the 10th episode of The Summer I Turned Pretty's third season experience such a steep drop in ratings? What do you think? I'm waiting for your comments. It seems like Belly trying to build a new life in Paris really upset the audience. When we returned to America, we saw that the brothers still weren't talking to each other. These two need to reconcile for sure. This episode also gave us some important lessons. Conrad continues to fight, and I respect him for that. He stands tall and doesn't give in easily. Honestly, my favorite part of the 10th episode was Conrad's strength and resilience. I mentioned that Conrad wrote Belly a letter. Do you remember the song that was playing in the background while he was writing? Didn't it perfectly capture Conrad's feelings? I loved how well the song matched his emotions. The fact that Conrad poured out all his feelings deserves appreciation. But at the same time, Conrad was struggling because he hadn't heard back from Belly. He wrote that letter while depressed and broken, filled with longing and uncertainty. It was raw and emotional, showing how much he really missed her. The moment when the two brothers coincidentally met at their mother's grave was incredibly emotional, and it led to their reconciliation. That was by far one of my favorite scenes in the 10th episode. Finally hearing them talk about it after meeting at the grave gave the audience a sense of relief. I'm sure that in the next episode we'll see the brothers not just reconciled, but truly bonded and united, unlike the tense conversations we've seen so far. Their mother surely wouldn't have wanted them to stay estranged, so watching them hug and reconnect will be deeply moving for all of us. Now it's almost over. There's only one episode left, the final one. Honestly, I feel a bit emotional and sad, because I didn't want the show to end, and I didn't want to keep spinning around in this love triangle either. So I don't know whether I should be sad that it's ending or relieved, but I do want to share my thoughts on the final episode. And of course, if you have any thoughts or comments, please share them below. I think The Summer I Turned Pretty has progressed beautifully, and honestly, they gave us a wonderful 3 seasons. Conrad and Jeremiah once remembered something their mother told them. Never let anything come between you. But now there's a girl between them, and it caused them to drift apart. Because of this, both brothers feel guilty, and they'll eventually decide to make peace and show respect for each other. Their mother also reminded them that they should always protect one another. Honestly, I believe that after remembering her words, things will only get better. Jeremiah will come to understand that he can't be with Belly, which is why he'll step aside and allow the love between Conrad and Belly to grow. Do you think he's doing the right thing? Share your thoughts in the comments. I don't think we should be too hard on Jeremiah. After all, he truly loved her, but he's choosing to bury those feelings in his heart and let the two of them be together. And at the end of the day, Belly is in love with Conrad too. What do you all think about this? I'd love to hear your thoughts and comments, not just on this topic, but also on how the story has unfolded so far. By the way, let me remind you once again that there will not be a 4th season, which is honestly the saddest part. I personally think a season 4 would have made things even better. Since Jeremiah already accepted Conrad and Belly's relationship, why can't we see their love story continue in season 4? That's a big question. Honestly, if there had been a 4th season, it would have been amazing. We could have watched Belly and Conrad fully embrace their love, and the writers could have given us a whole season filled with their relationship. But instead, they decided to end it here. If you'd like The Summer I Turned Pretty to continue, please show your support by dropping a red heart in the comments, or as many as you'd like. The more red hearts we see, the more it'll prove how many fans are out there supporting the show. And I'm sure that most of you who leave hearts would want a 4th season as well. I truly value each and every one of you. You all mean so much to me, and I'm so grateful for my amazing viewers. If you have any questions or thoughts, don't hesitate to share them in the comments. I'll be checking them, and maybe I'll feature some in the next video. Take care, see you in the next one, and don't forget to share this video with your close friends.